guys, Dr. Decks here. Today we are digging some holes, some big ones, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. So if you like what you see today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. We also have some new shirts on our merch store, so check the link down below and go check that out if you get a minute. All right, let's check this out. All right, so this morning we did a layout. We have 3 really large footings on this job. The reason they had to be so big is for loading purposes. We have a first story deck that's 12 feet tall, and then we have a second story deck going above that. So the footing footprint has to be big. They're 30 inches by 30 inches, and they're 16 inches deep. We get a lot of comments on our footing depth. They're like, oh man, that's not very deep, doctor. What's the deal? Well, where I live in Washington State, our frost depth is not very deep. It's only 12 inches. So if we go 16, we're not gonna experience any heaving of the footing like they do in northern Canada or northern states in the central and eastern part of the country. So that's the size of our footing, which actually is still quite big, in my opinion. So now I'm gonna make some rebar cages that need to be tied together that will go into these footings for support. So that's what we're doing today. We got these 3 holes dug. We're digging 2 smaller 16-inch by 16-inch by 16-inch deep footings for the side deck, but that's only 3 feet wide. It's not supporting a whole lot of weight, so it's not that big a deal. So that's what we're up to right now. Follow along and see how we do. I want to be a few inches. This time we're gonna have to dig underneath the patio. Yeah.
Reminds me of that Allison chain song, you know, down in a hole.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not a sewer pipe, we're good.
Don't smell anything.
Good. I don't think it'd be that shallow. If it was, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Is that a pipe or what?
I think it's an old drainage line that had concrete poured on top of it. Because it dead ends here, and there's nothing on the house that it could run back to, so I'm just taking it out of here.
Hey, I got another video idea.
Dr. Yard?
Yeah. So sometimes you gotta be a landscaper when you're a deck builder. The only reasonable access for us to get our lumber into this backyard is either through the garage or over this hedge. So I'm opting, since the homeowner was cool with it, I'm opting to back my truck right up to this hedge and off the lumber into the yard. It's probably our quickest, easiest, dirtiest way to do this. So what I'm doing is I'm just trimming the hedge down a little bit to get it to a manageable height, and then we will be able to unload everything off the truck.
Grab that in. Oh, I thought we were gonna do it something. Yes, we could. Nah, might as well make it easy. Thought we had it.
Good job, guys. Thank you. Okay, give me a little bit more. Okay. Rubbery, really, because I got concrete to bring in tomorrow. Our holes are dug and they're ready for our inspection. We're waiting on Nate from Westside Concrete to bring us some wires so we can tie up our cages. So hopefully I'll get to show you that today. And now the guys are working on the side of the house. We have to take down the old ledger and kind of figure out what's going on, because usually on these older homes it's kind of a cluster mess. You know, up to 10 people maybe had built this deck at different points and times, you know, in the last 100 years. So what we got to do is strip all that stuff out and start over with something nice and clean. So that's what we're on to right now. I'm letting the guys handle that. I'm just gonna work on some other stuff while they're trying to dial this in.
Might have to probably add like a solid piece, I imagine. I don't know if cut in on this would be a way to go.
I think so. We're gonna have to split the.
Why are they having so much trouble?
It's just hodgepodge, man. Early 1900s homes. There was no rules or regulations back then, man. It was just do whatever you want, however you want to do it. And the inspections that were done were not to today's building code, so we just got a cluster mess on the house. I knew it was going to take us a day to rectify this. So even though we got a good we'll get a good jump on this today, we'll probably still be working on this tomorrow when we get our footing inspection. It's just going to take a minute for us to clean this up because it's just a mess. We're trying to figure out how to get these bolts off. The bolts, I don't know if they're carriage bolts or if they're machine bolts or if they're lag bolts, but they're trying to unscrew them and they're just spinning. They're not coming out, they're not doing anything. We tried to put some leverage on them and pull them out, so my guess is that they possibly are machine bolts, but to what? I don't think we can get into the walls to figure it out, so we're probably gonna have to cut them with a grinder and then pull all the stuff off the wall and then cut them again so that they're not in our way, so that we can get a solid ledger on the house, man, because right now it's a joke. Like, we get a lot of earthquakes in the Pacific Northwest, and a good 6.0 or higher, man, and I don't think this deck would have been standing anymore.
Plant it right in it.
The underside of the siding too.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you learned a little something about how to dig a hole or something you never knew about construction of a deck, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we're putting out new content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.